Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is another little recipe of mine, which well, it's not mine. I stole this from my good friend Lauren, and essentially it's just homemade granola, which is great if you want to save some money because granola is ridiculous. And really, it's just some oats. So just gonna use all of those oats. Some oil which is okay to be heated, so at the moment that's avocado oil, but that seems to change quite a bit, so just be careful. Something to sweeten it with, I put some chia seeds in, it's their nice added extra. Instacart accidentally gave me a load of these little things, so at the moment I'm adding them too. It's just applesauce, and then I use coarse sea salt, which again adds a little bit of a kick. Now, it's not really much more of a recipe than add it all together and taste it, but if you do it in stages it makes it an awful lot easier. So let's start, obviously, I'm going to chuck oats in there. Again, that's not a specific amount of oats, you won't really need to worry about that, but I use, just about that much oats because this is what it lives in. Cool, so once you've got your oats, next step is just going to add oil to it until it looks like the oats are slightly or coated, so they'll be slightly darker colour. Okay, so hopefully you can tell it's looks wet-ish. Looks like it's coated in oil from where I am. I don't know how it looks on video. The next stage is to sweeten it. So, like I said, I got some extra of these packets, so I'm going to make these apple flavoured. But normally I don't bother. I wouldn't buy these because they're just a waste of packaging. But usually I prefer to not worry about that anyway. So. Okay, so this part is totally to taste. So I've got some maple syrup, but you can use honey, agave, whatever you want really. And you're just going to chuck a bit in and mix it up. So this bit's really important. You're going to use a different spoon. Definitely don't want to use the spoon that you're mixing with because that's going to have loads of sugar already on it, and you want to just taste a small amount. To make sure that it's sweet enough to your liking. So those of you that have a sweet tooth, you've had a bit more, and those that don't. So once you're done with that, it's sweet enough to your liking, what you're going to do is you're going to add your salt. So again, this is just a taste, so you are literally chuck as much salt in as you want. Seems like a lot, but actually this is an awful lot of granola that we're making. Again, mix it thoroughly. Once it's mixed, again, taste with your spoon that isn't the spoon you've been mixing with, so you don't have salt all over that one. Once it's salted to your liking, what you're going to do is chuck in some chia seeds. Just to be honest, it's just whatever, just chuck some in as much as you want. And then it's just one final mix. Shouldn't really need to taste it. The chia seeds won't change the taste too much. And then the next step is just cooking it. Okay, so once it's on your baking tray, you're going to chuck it in the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll post whatever that is in Celsius. 15 minutes to start with. Keep checking it. Definitely don't let it go longer. You're gonna go from golden brown to burnt pretty much instantly. So forgetting about it or not doing enough is gonna gonna ruin it. But if you get it wrong the first time, it's not an issue. So yeah, I'll come back in a minute. And here you go. So this is it, the finished granola. So for this one, it takes a little bit longer because of the applesauce in it, and it's also a little bit wetter than I usually like it. I kind of quite like it to be a bit more toasty. It took quite a while to actually to cook anyway. I did 15 minutes, got it out, do this to stir it all up. Went back in for another 10, got it out, did the same, then 7, then 5. So it's been in for quite a while. This is kind of where, that recipe to taste falls apart a little bit because, you haven't got exact quantities, so having exact cooking times is going to be a bit difficult. But that's it really. It will continue to cook. This thing's really hot, so I'm not going to touch it. But it will continue to get a bit more crispy over the next 30 minutes or so before it's cool enough to chuck in my little container. But that's it. I top this on, shake, so you can have a little bowl of this as a snack. But there's an awful lot here, so it's going to save you a lot of money if that is one of the things you are worried about with buying store-bought granola. Thank you, everybody. Remember, just doing a few of these to test out whether they're popular enough for me to continue. So if you like this, want to see something else, or just hate it, let me know in the comments so that I can do something different or not at all. Thanks, everybody.